Howdy guys, back at it again with another video, and yes, I do have a new look, but more important than that, hopefully, is something I have to report to y'all this morning. Before we get into that specifically though, I do want to give a quick shout out to the Yang 2020 website. It looks like they have a new fundraising goal this time around. We are helping Yang fund his Iowa bus tour. We continue to the website here. Looks like the campaign is trying to raise $2 million by the end of December 15, Central Time, not Eastern Time like the previous goals. It looks like Yang has kind of realized how much we procrastinate. Every stop, I guess, that the virtual Iowa bus makes, we unlock a prize, and I think we are actually due for a prize very, very soon. That's about it with that. Going into the actual meat of this video, we have this tweet by Crystal Ball, co-host of Rising, a series on the Hill. Crystal Ball is really awesome. I definitely recommend watching her, especially since she actually covers, one of the few I guess journalists to actually cover Andrew Yang fairly. And she tweets, "Yikes, this is a bad look. Guess he thought he'd never face a real question the entire campaign." Who is she referring to? It's obviously Pete Buttigieg, as you can see. So Pretty Good Phil tweets out this clip of Pete Buttigieg responding to questions about why he won't open his fundraisers to the press. It is devastating. Wow. So let's see what Pete said.
Earlier today you said you were open to having a conversation about opening your fundraisers, and that's a question that reporters have been asking for months now. So I'm wondering, when do you expect to actually have that conversation and give like an answer on that?
Again, I don't have a timeline for you.
Well, as the candidate, can't you just direct your campaign to open those fundraisers?
What's it?
As the candidate, can't you just direct your campaign to open those fundraisers?
Yes.
And why haven't you done so?
What's that?
Why haven't you done so yet?
There are a lot of considerations, and I'm thinking about it.
Next question. Can you give us an example of those considerations?
No.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Good night, Nate.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Okay. Alright, Pete. The smugness of this man right here. Oh boy. Okay, so to quickly recap what Pete Buttigieg said, like what just happened just now. Okay, so it looks like Pete's at some presidential forum of sorts, and he's taking answers from reporters. Obviously, this was like towards the end of the whole forum, I guess. And okay, so this one reporter asks Pete Buttigieg in relation to how he's promised to have not do, but to actually have an open discussion about opening his private rich donor fundraisers to the public, and being just more open to that in general, like the campaign. Some transparency is always nice, but obviously when it comes to Pete Buttigieg, transparency isn't really a thing. So then Pete says, it's something that he is looking into, and like it's not on his timeline though. So another reporter follows up by asking Pete Buttigieg, he's kind of a candidate. Can he just make the campaign kind of open the fundraisers, or at least start the discussion? Pete Buttigieg pretty much says no, and gives a very politician type of answer where he says, he's looking into stuff and he's factoring a lot of stuff and weighing his options. And this final reporter asked Pete Buttigieg if he can pretty much just, at least tell the reporters and the press, what options is he weighing, like considering, like if he's able to share anything related to that. And Pete Buttigieg, of course, just flat out says no, with all his smugness and his smirk. And geez, why is this guy like doing as good as he is? Well, we all know the reason, but we'll get into that in a second. I just want to say real quick, did anyone else like think about that whole SpongeBob Patrick it's not my wallet meme where I can't remember the guy's name, but him and Patrick go back and forth kind of having a dispute. Patrick knows what the obvious answer is basically, but by the end Patrick's just like, it's not my wallet. This reminded me just like that, where Pete's like,
there are a lot of considerations, and I'm thinking about it.
Can you give us an example of those considerations?
No.
He's bullshitting the entire time. He's so political. He's such a politician. You can tell this guy has been trying to be president since he was a kid. How is he leading? Well, we're going to explain that real quick. Taking a look at real clear politics. We can see that Pete Buttigieg is somehow in fourth place with about 11%. These two states right here, Iowa and New Hampshire. Let's look at Iowa first. Buttigieg leads with 24%, really heavily in Iowa. Like, he's really kind of stole the crown there currently. In New Hampshire, Buttigieg has 20%, not as big of a lead, but of course he is still kind of standing his ground at first place. And the reason for this is that Iowa and New Hampshire happen to be, you know, I'm going to just straight up say it, they are majority white / Caucasian populations. And who is Pete Buttigieg? A white guy. Yeah, if he's struggling with Hispanics and Asians and basically anyone who isn't white, then that's not going to reflect in Iowa and New Hampshire. But where it will reflect is Nevada. Taking a quick look. So, you know, Pete was like 20 plus in the others. Pete plummets here to 7%. And this is Nevada, where, you know, it's a little bit more racially diverse. And of course, taking a look at South Carolina, Pete dips to under 7%. This is why I personally think that Pete's journey is going to end in Iowa or New Hampshire. I don't think he's going to make it out of that. Besides the first two states in a Democratic primary just kind of not being reflective of the country as a whole. Besides just that, the media have been propelling Pete Buttigieg. I swear, I will find it and put in this video. There was this one headline that said, Pete Buttigieg in fourth place, but a strong fourth place. And I'm like, what? And then CNN is always propping up Buttigieg. I think there's a couple instances where they called him the next Barack Obama, or they did comparisons to Obama being a fresh new face, a young, fresh new face. Like, come on. I think he's peaking right now. Like, he's easily peaking really hard right now. And I think that's going to hurt him. Because this next debate could see some attacks towards him. But yeah, back to Pete being all smug and stuff. Like, you would never see Andrew Yang, you would never see Bernie Sanders like dodge and answer questions like this. Like, this is the example between Pete Buttigieg and other politicians and career politicians versus the new progressive faces. Like, please don't like this guy, America. I mean, he's 37 at the very least. He has, like, he's that young. He has like a dozen more chances to run for president. Like, please let him mess up the country at some point later in time. Not now. Not while I'm starting to hit my prime. You know, I'm going to be 20 next year. I do not want this guy to be president. I'm kidding, obviously, but we don't need this guy. We do not need this guy. Every Pete Buttigieg supporter should see this clip and then question why they support this guy. But yeah, that's pretty much it for me. Just had after I saw that clip, I knew I had to talk about it and go on a little bit of a tangent. But yeah, hopefully then it didn't sound too rambly. And yeah, that's pretty much it for me. America, please don't like Pete Buttigieg. Just no, don't do it. I'm begging y'all. But yeah, that's pretty much it for me. If you're watching this in a day, I hope you have a good day. And if you're watching this tonight, I hope you have a good night. Thank you all so much for watching. Hope you all enjoyed. And I'll see y'all later.